Learn stories of success, avoid struggles they've met. Doctors of all kind come together to help you shine. So sit back, take it in, and integrate what you've been given on a doctorperspective.net.
If you listen to the show for a while, you know I'm kind of into sales and marketing and all this. And not necessarily like sales for, you know, your doctor services, but for like books or designing web pages, coaching, things like that. So watching some videos recently, and one of them was talking about, they use sales as like an acronym, and, you know, the S was serving, and just making sure you're talking to people and you're there to, it was like a fiduciary, you know, where you're doing what's in the best interest of the client. And the way you find that out is by asking questions, what being the good question, what this, what that, how sometimes we jump too quick to that one because how is like trying to get a solution without finding out, you know, what's going on, you know, the why perhaps. And then the why sometimes can be, I guess, misconstrued. So depending on where the client is in their confidence and what they're doing, you know, it can come accusational. So you just gotta be a little careful with that one. Which reminds me, if you haven't checked out the episode on finding your why with Gary Sanchez, I encourage you to listen to that one. I was also on his show, which is kind of fun, a little exchange. But I took his questionnaire, and I'll give you the cheat sheet for me. Mine was Clarify, which is only about 6% of the population of the 9 types that they created. And pretty much ask a lot of questions. That's kind of, you know, that's something I did ever since even elementary. Junior high, I'd ask the questions that other people wouldn't ask or were silly. Just got the answer, especially even in like chiropractic school, etc. Just always ask the questions. And if I didn't understand it, I'd try to find out. So that's something I've always done, got better at it, you know, AKA the regular episodes for a Doctor's Perspective podcast. But my why is to clarify the what is kind of the right way, and then how is to contribute. So it'd be like, by asking the right clarifying questions, I can help guide you to a clear path to reach your goals. So when I'm explaining to somebody how to do something, I want them to feel like, yeah, they get it. They understand what I want, what's expected, not micromanage, but they understand like the process. And then by asking those questions or getting those questions or delivering the information, the goal is to find the right way to do the job. You know, what is your goal? Let's find the right way to get the goal. Let's not reinvent the wheel, right? And then that's my big way of contributing to the process or the end game that this client wants, is by clarifying their thought pattern or their goal and asking the questions that they may not have even thought of, so that they can get out of their own way sometimes. All right, so back to the sales. When we're listening, of course, nodding and saying yes, just helps people know. But interesting, and this is something I've heard for a long time, is always like, make good eye contact, with the patients for at least. Make good eye contact and let them know you care. And I think there's a time where you have to do that. The very beginning, find out what's wrong with them. But then you should take notes. It actually shows that, you care. You thought what I just said was important. They might elaborate more on that. And later on, you come back, you find out. Like, have you ever been to a restaurant and they don't even take your order on paper? Yeah, man, I sure hope they didn't mess up. That was 10 people, right? Oh, and then you mess up, you're like, I'm not surprised. And they don't always do it, but you know what I mean? So even that, it just shows that, they actually care what's going on. I made a substitute. I didn't want French fries. Cool. I know they're not going to forget that. And the last piece, if you're worried about building that rapport, if you're trying to just show that you listened, you empathize with what was going on, you understand their concern, or if you just need to clarify more about what they said, you could mirror, which is just repeating the last few words the client said. So I think my webpage is running too slow. Okay, so repeat back. So you think your webpage is running so slow? Yeah, it's running so slow, and so I think I need to revamp it or change platforms, and then you can see what the deeper struggle that they're having is. Hopefully that makes sense. So repeating the last 3 words. The other one is using the phrase like, it sounds like. It sounds like your last web page was running too slow and your web person never optimized your images. Okay. It sounds like you've been to other doctors and they just say it's in your head, but you really do feel pain. Another thing at the end, you could say, so if I understand you correctly, here's what I gathered, point A, point B, point C. And then you're able to clarify what you think they said versus what they said. And if there's any conflict, then they can clarify certain areas that they're having problems with. You know, if you're coaching a client, they think they have lack of new patient problem. And, you know, through your questions, you're like, well, really, you don't have a lack of new patients. You have a lack of retention. Like they disappear in 2 visits. All right. So how do you bridge? So with the coaching client, you're talking to them and they're concerned about like new patients are not coming, that they don't have enough new patients, and that they are leaving after like 2 visits. They're not better. They're obviously not going to refer, and you're not sure what's going on. Okay. So then you just need to, you know, repeat that back. I understand that these are your concerns. And then, you know, trying to discover what do they think the issue is. And then, of course, they're, you know, asking your advice to how to plug the leaks. And then this is probably not the part for, you know, closing patients, to stick with some long treatment plan that I disagree with. But if you're doing a marketing deal or selling some products. Now, okay, this last piece, you've trying to make the close. So you're trying to land the client, the coaching deal. You're trying to maybe get people signed up for some kind of weight loss challenge. That's whatever, a couple $100 or something like that. And you get good success rate with people in the past, but there is a little bit of a hurdle because it's more than just it's outside of your normal office hours, and it's like a whole another program, you know, like kind of like personal coaching for patients or something like that. Just an idea. You know, you can use if-then statements. If we have a way that you can drop 10 pounds in 10 weeks while not starving you and not killing you with exercise, then would you consider that a good thing? And they should say, yeah. If we got you the workbook, video access, and everything before the weekend, then could you start next week? So there we go. You know, for like a dentist, some of that stuff might make sense because if somebody needs an expensive crown or a bridge or an implant, there's different options available. You know, they can set that up like, if you pick this option, this is what's going to end up happening in the long term. And then when you're talking to the client and your patient, you're just like, okay, you don't want those end results, those negative end results in 10 years, then this would be the option. Okay, we agreed that you think this is the best option. Okay. And then you have to, of course, in dentistry, it's pretty expensive sometimes. What, $10,000 for an implant? Maybe need to, whatever. Let's just say it's a $10,000 bill. You know, a lot of people are like, whoa, how am I supposed to pay for that? So if we can finance this for you, if we can do, this or this, they might, your guys are creative, then we can get this started. Yeah. Okay. All right. So I think the audience, you'll understand what I'm trying to say. It's always important to be ethical and really be passionate about what you're doing, whether we're selling marketing plans or upgraded websites, books, weight loss programs. There's ways to do it to where you can overcome objections using if-then, using did I hear you correctly, taking notes, and asking lots of questions to get to the root cause of what they have that they probably don't even know. Yeah, if this was educational for you or just a nice reminder, by all means, send out a message on my social media, Justin Trochclair, MCC. You can always hire me if you would like. I am accepting new clients for a variety of services. Most of the stuff that I've been referring to today, that's all things that I can do and help you with. Yeah, so just reach out, leave a comment, leave a review. If you found this information helpful, tell a friend. Obviously, most of the services I talked about today, I do. Website design, marketing, getting down closer to your why, plugging the leaks in your clinic, all of those things I help people with. So if that's something that you might be considering, you can reach out. Justin Trochclair, MCC is on Facebook. Email justin@adoctorsperspective.net is the email. Look forward to hearing from you and helping you in this coronavirus environment so that you can excel and succeed on the way out. Y'all have a good week.